There we go. Now record.
Okay, well let me do the introduction here. Alright, so here's our packaged bees, which have just been sprayed down with sugar water, so they're nice and quiet, busy licking the sugar water off of each other. And we've got our hive. I slipped a pollen patty between these two frames. Whoop. And now I'm knocking it over. Put you up right there, honey. Thank you. We've taken out 4 frames to make room to pour the bees. Got our covers, a sugar block to put on top to feed them, bee brush, and our hive tool. So I'm going to set the camera down here. There we go. Push it. Yeah, there you go. Not a good split. Make sure that I sit up. Staples here. I love that sound. Gonna pry off the cover. Easier said than done. Alright, hello bees.
Poking their little heads out.
I'm gonna slam it down. Knock all the bees to the bottom. Yeah, I know. I don't like that very much. I'm like, what the hell? Alright, we're gonna lift out the can. We're just gonna set this aside for now. Alright. Now this will be the queen cage here.
Oh, okay.
Now I want to make sure that she is alive and happy. And she surely is. There she is. Yeah. She's the big one with the white dot.
Oh.
Let's show it to the camera. I'm going to place the lid. Don't want all our bees flying away. Alright. So we've got our queen bee in here with the white dot on her back. And there with a couple of attendants who take care of her during shipment. Now, we have to find the end that has the candy in it. Actually, it's the end with the white stuff there.
Oh, okay. Let me take this off.
Yeah, I'm going to take that off. And I brought a screw down if we need it to pry. There should be a little wooden plug in there.
There it is.
Screw that in and pull it. You can shake off those dead bees. Alright guys. Stay happy. Stay calm. You're almost home.
Alright, wooden plug is out.
Alright. So now the bees will be able to eat through the candy to get to the queen. And we still have this. We put this in over the other end so that we have a way to hang it. Whoop, I just did something bad.
This might be a problem.
Because we don't want her to be able to get out. So maybe I can try and fold this down over. Or we can just hammer this in, I think.
Oh.
That'd be one of our attendants.
Should we do something better to close that? Do like a pull off?
We don't have any marshmallows. Marshmallows would work. Do we have a staple gun handy?
Yeah.
Maybe. So the mistake I just made was I accidentally pushed the wooden plug down inside the chamber there, which isn't ideal. So we need to plug it back up so that the bees have a couple days to eat through the candy before the queen is released, or else they might reject her. So we're just gonna, I guess, wedge this between the frames since there is no hanger. Oh yeah. Queen cage wedged between a couple of frames. Now here comes the slightly scary part.
You want me to hold this in place while you jump?
Sure, if you want to do that.
Maybe,
Gonna spray down the bees again. Little, don't want to squish any of these little ones who are hanging out on the outside. Sharp wrap down to the bottom. Remove this. Flip this over. And we're going to give it a shake. They tickle. Better tickle than sting.
Yeah.
Alright, we got the majority of the bees out. I'm going to put the box here so the ones who missed it can find their way in. We're going to carefully replace the frame.
I know it's going to
Move
happen.
aside, move aside. Move aside, ladies. Move aside. Replacing the frames is the hard part. Pouring the bees was easy. Replacing the frames without injuring bees. Not as easy. Come on, girls, move out of the way. Scooch. But we don't want to leave the frames out too long because then they'll build wax and propolis between them and we won't be able to get them in again. You know, it's funny, they don't make me nervous at all. I'm just nervous that I'm going to hurt them.
I was a little nervous when I had about a dozen on my hand.
Yeah.
You have one in your armpit, so.
Take the bee brush and brush off. Excuse me, ladies. Excusez-moi. And then I feel their mass down there. Alright. I'm gonna brush them off here. We're gonna put the feeder on top. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't want to squish you. Oh,
Oh yeah, I got sugar water on my fingers.
oh yeah, sticky fingers are
You're
part of
welcome.
this whole process, I think. Do you want to put the sugar block on top, or are you?
Being... Okay, thanks. So does this lift out?
Yeah, it's kind of crumbly.
Oh. Okay, I see.
And just put the
And
block.
it goes in.
Yep, it just slides right on top of the frame. they're already finding it. Okay, grab the camera. Alright. So right now we're laying blocks of sugar on top of the frames. We just put the hive extender on top to give room for them. So the bees have plenty of food. You can really see them. I hope you can hear them too, because the buzz is really quite deafening. We're just the start of a little colony.
Saturated.
That's alright, we can toss that. Alright. So now we want to put on the inner cover. That just rests right on top. Hello. Hello. There's one buzzing right by my ear. And then the outer cover. And then we're here. There's a couple remaining in the package here, but they'll find their way out and into the hive. It's very cool. Now we just...
What's next? Do we block the entrance?
Right now we have the entrance reducer in place. So that encourages them to, you know, they can get in and out, but...
Should we use the smaller hole?
I think that one's better, especially with the hot days we've been having. You just make sure so one can find their way in. They're like, what are you doing? Yeah, one just came out, so that's, I wanted to make sure it was big enough. Oh yeah, that is, I think that is a drone. Come here. Come here, little dude. Yeah. That's a drone, one of the male bees. Larger and more useless than the small females. There he is, so you can see him compared to the smaller girls. Hey! There's one crawling on the camera. Come on. There we go. Alright. You got some on your head.
Well.
Huh?
Well, this didn't work very well. They're just landing on my hand.
There we go. Just brush them off. The bee brush is nice and soft so it doesn't hurt them.
He'll find his way in, right?
Yep, and you know, we have a mated queen, so he's useless. So,
what's that?
This is the can of sugar water that they never put holes in. They nearly starved our bees to death in transit. I am going to call the apiary about that because they're supposed to poke holes in the bottom so that the bees can feed in transit. Wait, are those holes? Nope, there's holes. Okay. Just very small. So I'm just going to put this here. They can eat it if they want, but they have that sugar block. So, okay, we'll collect our tools and hope the bees don't follow us in the house.